Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are 3 weeks out to our next upcoming event, March 15th, at the heart of San Francisco, Keys Art Pavilion. Right next to me, we have the young up-and-comer,
Yes, sir.
Ralph Zavala.
Yes, sir.
Finally got his name right after about 2 years.
That's okay.
Now, Ralph, huge shout out to you on the last upcoming fight, on the last fight, last minute switching opponent, going for the title against a very game opponent. Let's tell us a little bit how you feel about your last performance, what you think of it.
To be honest, considering everything that happened and what was going on, there were some things. I was really sick for like 2 months. That whole fight camp, getting ready for the other guy, I was sick. Like that was during the time everybody was coughing, everybody was getting sick. Dude, every time I take a deep breath during sparring, I started cough. So it was really bad. But considering that, when I got in the cage, I felt a little like with the cardio, with the coughing and stuff, but I really felt good. I felt decent in my stand-up and my takedown defense. He took me down a little bit, but I felt a lot better. He didn't take me down until I got to the wall, so
Now,
we were sitting there for a while.
Last fight was the first fight that you actually did 3-3-minute round.
Yeah.
How did that feel when you did the 3-3-minute versus the 3-2?
It's no difference, to be honest. Like the first round, I remember being on the cage and I was like, damn, okay, the round will be over already normally, but you know, it's whatever. We spar 5-minute rounds anyway, so it's no difference. We're getting ready for pro. We're not getting ready for amateur.
Right, but it does really help to make a 3-3-minute round versus a 3-2 because you can kind of strategize a little bit.
100%.
You know, pace yourself a little bit. So 3-5, that's a whole different level with the elbow and the knee. That's a you know, probably like down the line.
But I think the longer it goes, I think that plays more into my style. I think I'm someone who likes to, you know, feel out the opponent a little bit, and then I'm ready to strike and do what I need to do.
Now on this upcoming fight, you're against a very game opponent, James Moby, from a recreation training center, Santa Rosa. Now, what do you know about James Moby?
I just know that he's really he had 2 jiu-jitsu gyms, I think, and his Resurrection is the MMA gym, but I think I got good jiu-jitsu, so I'm not really worried.
I think he's a little bit more like a striker, right?
Yeah, I've seen his fights. He's definitely going to try to like strike a little bit.
Stand up.
But like I say all the time, once people feel the hands, they're going to go to take me down. So.
Now, when you're watching his fight, I believe this will be his first 3-3-minute fight, 3-3-minute round, and you already got done one, and you fought the champ already, so got that experience, a little edge on him. Where do you see yourself have an advantage on him?
To be honest, I think everywhere. I think I'm too technical stand up. There hasn't been many fights where I'm standing up so far. I'm going against all wrestlers. I'm trying to, you know, make myself go against people who I think is going to beat me. And now I think I'm going against someone who might try to strike me, and that's what I want.
Right. Now, you start off your amateur career, it's 145 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, the last couple, 2-3 fights, and you've been on the 135, how you feel yourself and stay in the bantamweight division?
I like bantamweight. This is my spot for sure.
No flyweight, right?
No. If there's a million, maybe, but other than that, I better be getting some cheese for flyweight.
Yeah. So I think you have a very good frame and good size for bantamweight. What do you walk around weight?
I like 55. If I'm training mildly, it's like 55. I'm training a good amount, it's 50, 48.
Nice. That's a pretty good weight. That's consider like a pro bantamweight.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of pro bantamweights pretty much walk around at 155-ish, you know.
And I'm sure as I get older, I might get to like walking around 160 and stuff. That's okay. That's not too bad for me.
Yes. And how old are you right now, Ralph?
21. Turned 22 in May.
Jesus Christ, this is 21. You've been doing this for a couple years now.
Yeah. I started, I think, my first fight, I just turned 20.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So, well, this year is a Stay Busy first fight of the year, and then, you know, now, I know you're fighting James Moby. It's gonna be like a jump the gun ahead of him, and there's any other 135ers, including the champ, that you want to run it back and fight?
I want everybody.
Everybody.
People,
I'm here to kill everybody.
People at 45 going down to 35. I want you. If you're at 55, like the guy I'm fighting right now, he was at 55 last coming down to 35. I want you. I want
That's
him.
right. James Moby was fighting one.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will ever fight a 155.
No, he was for sure like the size difference. Like I was looking side to side, I was like, damn, this guy's freaking. And I remember the guy he fought Gunnar Somerset. His first fight, both their first fights was Gunnar Somerset, and he was huge, 6-pack and everything. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when I talk to James and I stand next to him, I'm like, damn, you look a lot smaller. He's like, yeah, I'm getting smaller, but like 135 is what I want to stay. And I think it's kind of cool, you know, like knocked against a lot of other amateur shows out there because we're the only show actually weighing the day before, so a lot of fighters want to get on that because they want to feel the experience, like if they go pro, how it feels, you know, the weigh in the day before, you know, and that's what James Mobley's like, yeah, I mean, I don't want to go to fight those fights like 5 hours before the weigh-in, like I just want to make sure. Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much all the other show. Right?
And I don't like that. I don't understand why you would do that for amateur if pros don't do that.
Well, the thing is, they don't allow the amateur to do that because they don't want the amateur to cut weight. That's the whole purpose.
Whatever. You need to get ready for pro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. And then that's why a lot of people really, you know, really like to fight on our show, and because you get to weigh in the day before with the pros, and you get to experience the hydrate, the whole 9 yards to get to know your body. So you don't want to do all the amateur weigh in 5 hours before, and then when you go pro now, you got to weigh in the day before and cut. But you never really experience that, you know. So you don't know how your body's gonna react either. So that's pretty crazy. If you're actually waiting it down to fight 45, even 55, huh?
No, I want to fight anybody. I think at 35 for sure. I'm the best here at 35. Mm-hmm. Even though I lost to the champ. And I think with the full camp and not being sick and everything, I think I could put on a lot better fight.
Now, do you have a full-time job?
Jiu-jitsu. I train the kids, and that's about it. I train and then teach the kids and then train again.
Damn, that's some dedication right there.
This is all I want, and I'm gonna work for it.
Now, in a perfect world, how much longer do you think you want to do amateur before you go pro?
I said last time is like whenever I start winning and getting to the top ranks, I do want a belt or two at amateur for sure. But I'm shooting for like 23, maybe one more year, go get 5, 6, 7, 8 more fights.
Right. Well, that's a good goal, you know. And now Ashton Stanley, he's talking about this will be his last amateur.
Okay.
So he said after this fight he's gonna go pro. So pretty much in May the bantamweight is gonna be vacant. You know, if he does go pro, it's gonna be vacant. So I'm gonna pick out the best 35er.
No matter who it is, I want to be there. So
there we go. That's definitely a candidate right here, because cool thing about you don't give a fuck about who you fight.
I don't think I've said no to anybody.
Yeah, you make weight, we fight.
Yeah.
That's
just
it.
Make weight. I make weight every time, so you make weight, I'm ready to fight you.
Yes. Now, so the gym you train at, which gym do you train at right now?
Ralph Gracie Pleasanton, and I train with Ralph Gracie San Ramon as well. They're merged together.
So how many gyms are there? Different? 2?
Yeah, two with Marcio. Yeah.
2 with Marcio.
Yeah.
They're all both under Ralph Gracie, but 2 different locations.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And you run the kids program. How old is the kids that you train?
The first class is 3 to 6,
Ooh,
and then 7 to 11, and then 12 to 15.
Oh man, 3
3
to 6. That's a
3 to 6 is. I see some, but some of the 3-year-olds, like, they're really like, they know what they're doing. It's kind of crazy. I didn't know what I was doing.
Just even to have that patience to teach that. Yeah. Some people might not really understand. Like, try teaching kids class one day, you see how patient you are.
No, for sure.
I think it's a way more challenging than teaching adults easy.
But you know, I like it. I grew up doing karate, and I feel like in karate studios and stuff, it's kind of common that like the higher belts start to train the lower belts and the younger kids a little bit. So when I was like 12, 13, I was teaching kids and helping them with form.
So you do it full time. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Wow. And how many days a week do you teaching kids?
Monday to Saturday.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Monday to Saturday.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's not too bad. I just stay at the gym, stay close, train, lift, eat. I'm good. This is all I want. What? I don't want to be out to the club. I don't want to be doing nothing. This is all I want to be doing.
That's some dedication right there, man. That's pretty crazy. And then you live around East Bay in President.
Yeah, I live in Castro Valley, so it's a good drive. It's like 15, 20 minutes, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Just stay away from San Francisco
For
traffic.
sure. Yeah, no. It was bad coming out here, and it's Saturday. It's crazy.
Oh my God. Now, if people want to get a hold of you as usual, how can people contact you for tickets?
Ralph Zavala MMA, real easy on Instagram. Just DM me and I'll get you your tickets.
That's pretty awesome. Now, any special loved one training partners that you want to shout out to, support?
Man, everybody, to be honest. You know who you are. Marcio for sure. You know, he does a lot. He puts a lot of blood, sweat, tears, money into us, and he doesn't really need to. So we really appreciate it. And we're getting a new cage, and it's all because of him. So I'm really excited. Really excited.
Yes. Shit, man. What? How big is the cage you guys getting?
18 feet.
18.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So yeah, I mean it's exciting.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, when you go from training to max and on a wall, and then you're gonna go into getting ready for a fight camp and training onto an actual octagon, it's gonna be different. You know, the only times I stepped in an octagon is actually in my fights. So yeah, it's gonna be nice training in one for this.
Now all your supporters, your mom and dad, I always see your families there.
Oh, everybody's there, man. It's a big squad for Ralph Zavala, you know, and Ralph Gracie Pleasanton.
That's pretty awesome. It's always good to have you on board and put on an amazing show. Win or lose, you're bringing the heat, and then it's kind of good. So, like I always say that all the time, I'm very, very happy to be honored to be all the fighters for their journey in their part of their journey and then make it to the top. So I'm still have some of the interviews and.
I'm sure it's nice to see, huh?
Yeah,
like some
so
people get it
last week actually one of the UFC fighter, fucking the 125-pound guy, he started on my show like 8 years ago. Now he's 11 and 2 in the UFC.
Nice.
And then I look into him, I was telling everybody in the school, like, when he fought on my show, it was like, he was like a 1-0 or something, and then I did an interview with him, and I forgot. Acular, his name is Acular, 125 pounds.
125.
Yeah, he fought last week. He fought last weekend on a UFC fight night.
Okay.
Fought a guy against the guy's 12 and 2. He lost by decision. Something Acular. So he fought on my show. God, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Well, I want to have that story, maybe it had to be 5 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, so it's crazy, like watching him now killing it in UFC, and then and some of the guys I've seen, like, damn, one part of the time he fought on my show. Another kid's Casey Kenny. Mm-hmm. He's a bantamweight.
Okay.
He's in UFC, and I think he fought like all those top guys, and he started on my show too.
That's nice.
So it's kind of crazy because I don't really do a lot of shout out to like people to follow my show and make it to UFC, and then it's kind of cool. So someday we'll talk a little bit like, hey, Ralph, remember that interview like when you were 21 and 3 months before you 22, and then now you're 29 fighting a UFC, this and that.
The story's gonna be 2-3 amateur goes 12-0 pro UFC fighter.
Something like that.
Take my losses now, and then get my wins later.
Yes. Hey, if you ever make a mistake and losing a fight, it's the best way to do when you're amateur.
Exactly. 100%.
And I don't really understand a lot of amateurs that really like to pick fights. Seriously, I have a purple belt amateur hit me up, wants to fight, and I submitted to like 4 different gyms, and their coach is like, oh, we don't want to fight him, he's a purple belt. I'm like, 3 2-minute round, and if your guy's been training more than like 1 or 2 years and you don't want to fight a purple belt, like, what's the point to even keep fighting? You know what I mean? So like, it's a fucking purple belt.
Yeah, no, I don't know why people would pick fights, especially at amateur. I feel like you should want to fight the best.
Yeah.
The best people here, if they're gonna be pro, you're gonna see them later anyway. So fight them now, get a game on them, and then fight them later again.
That's pretty awesome. Now, if your opponent watching this interview, James Amobi, what are you gonna say to James?
Let's bang out, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for you. Let's do it.
Do you think the fight will go to distance?
I don't want it to. He said he was gonna submit me second round. I don't think.
Oh shit! He did say that. I forgot about that.
Like he said his wrestling was better than me, and he said that he thinks my jiu-jitsu is better than his, and then he said he's gonna submit me. So I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Oh.
I don't think he's gonna submit me.
Okay, so what do you think the outcome? You're gonna knock him out or
TKO, knockout. They end fights pretty early, amateur, so probably TKO.
TKO. Third round, second.
Hopefully first. I want to get out of there. I want to start eating. I want to I want to play some video games.
Start getting a couple of drink of beer and having some fun. Now, who is your favorite UFC fighter? Right now, current, today.
I feel like everybody in the gym's trying to imitate Ilya a little bit. Just the way that he moves. Well, you can't say that he's not.
You can't deny it. He's the GOAT at the moment.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about having him fight Islam, even though on paper Islam is probably more favored, but like
that's crazy. That's a crazy weight difference, to be honest. I think
Islam's big.
Yeah.
The night of the fight, I think Islam's 180, 181 or something.
At least. That's what he says. Then he's probably 190.
Well, when he fought in California, I watching the weighing game. Islam was 17% gain. 17%.
Isn't there a limit?
Yes, but remember, that's UFC, so they have more demand. California, you can't really put a
What's the limit in California? It's like 13, I think, right?
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
So what, if I'm 35, what's 15%?
10% is 13.5. So another 5%, it's another 9 pounds. Another 8, another 6.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Another 6.5 pounds.
That is big. You gotta be pretty big to go up that much.
Yeah, so if you more than 15%, so basically you weigh 136, okay, so 10% is another 13.6, another 5% is another
49,
6.5. So you're looking at about
58.
59. 158,
Yeah.
159. So like you're looking at Nurmagomedov fought Morab. They both 17%. He was 159, 159.5 on the night of the fight.
That's
they
crazy. I gained a good amount of weight then, I think. So.
Yeah, so they weighed 135,
Yeah.
and the night of the fight they're 160. So that's like 25
Yeah,
pounds.
that's a lot.
That's crazy.
It's
right?
hard. From experience, it's hard to gain that much. Because your body, you would think you want to eat a lot, you really don't. You take that first bite and you're just like, oh, I'm already full.
Well, because you strict diet for like 8 weeks.
For sure, yeah.
That's kind of scary, you know. So for more information about this upcoming fight card, we just updated the website today. So check out the website, DragonHouseMMA.com. As right now, we have 23 fights on the card. 17 amateurs, 6 professional. Don't miss it out, guys. It's going to be a huge stack card. We got beer, wine, good foods in the stadium. Come out, have a good time. Get on Ralph directly, get a ticket from him so he can get a little credit for it.
Please.
And then we'll see you guys March 15th. And please subscribe my YouTube channel. I'm very close to be 5,000 subscribers. So click on the subscribe button. Thank you for all the love and support, and follow me on Instagram. I am Zhong signing out. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Whoosh! 3 weeks out.
Let's do it.